Ask, does my emotion and or its intensity fit the facts? Emotions evolved as a way for individuals to respond effectively to common problems. A common situation is likely to elicit one of the basic emotions. When such situations occur, the corresponding emotion is likely to be useful in the situation. It likely fits the facts. You were laid off from your job and reacted as if you will never work again. That emotion and its intensity do not fit the facts. It can be really difficult for intensely emotional people to see through irrational, non-factual descriptions, faulty interpretations, unrealistic worries, and catastrophic versions of the facts. It's important to remember that emotions love themselves. The after effects of emotions include narrowing of attention and increased sensitivity to threat, which can make it very difficult to change thoughts and images. Middle of the night thinking is the type of thinking that occurs when you wake up in the middle of the night with worries and you catastrophize your thoughts about your life. When you wake up in the morning, you often wonder how you could worry so much and believe this catastrophic kind of thinking in the middle of the night. It can be helpful simply to say to yourself, these are middle of the night thoughts. I am going to ignore them until morning when things will be clearer. Here are some examples of emotions that fit the facts. Fear functions to keep you safe by urging you to escape danger through avoiding, running away, or hiding from anything that threatens you. Anger functions to protect you from assault or loss of important people, things, or goals by urging you to threaten and attack those who might hurt you. Disgust functions to keep contamination away from you and urges you to get rid of or away from whatever you find disgusting. Envy functions to motivate you to work hard to obtain what others have in order to improve your life and those of people important to you. It mobilizes you to try to reduce what others have when they have a lot more than you do in order to equalize the distribution of resources. Envy can be thought of as the emotion that redistributes wealth and power. Envy is often corrosive of the mind and spirit and does little good. Bitterness does little good and can be ineffective. Research suggests that happiness is not determined by the absolute value of an event or personal situation, but its value in relation to other events or situations, both interpersonally among those in the environment and intrapersonally compared to the experience in the past. When others have more than you do, not only does this generate envy, it can also add cheer and happiness. Jealousy is justified when someone is threatening to take away relationships or things that are very important to you. Jealousy is the emotion that ensures you do everything possible to protect these relationships or things. You often do this by trying to control the actions of people you want close to you or by refusing to share what you have with others. It's tough to tell when a relationship is threatened and when it is not threatened. Checking the facts can itself be a form of jealous behavior. The important question is to ask, is it effective to act jealously? Love functions to motivate you to find, be with, and attach yourself to other people and things. It is justified when those you love enhance your survival and well-being. You can argue that everyone and everything is lovable. Love would therefore always be justified by the facts. You can also argue that sometimes you love the wrong people or the wrong things. This is the case when you love a person who doesn't love you or care for you, and when the person you love actively harms you. This can happen in abusive relationships, friendships with people who require codependence on addictive behaviors, or groups that threaten to leave you if you improve your life more than they do or they want to. Sadness functions to pull you into yourself so you can figure out what is really important to you and what to do when you have lost important things. Sadness signals to others that help is needed. Shame has two important functions. First, shame hides behaviors that would elicit rejection from others and lead to you being rejected from the community. Second, if your behavior somehow becomes public, shame prompts you to grovel and appease those you have offended so that you will not be rejected. Shame is a community-based emotion. It is easy to conclude that if behaviors or personal characteristics are not immoral or wrong, shame is not justified. This is not the case. Shame's evolutionary advantage is that if behavior sanctioned by one's community elicits shame, shaming expression and actions can keep you in the community. However, staying in a community that elicits shame may not be beneficial. Shame is not completely useless. It could have made a difference between life and death in earlier times, and even so, now in some cultures or groups. Finally, guilt. Guilt functions by urging you to repair behaviors that violate your moral values and to prevent future violations.